is Nigeria Info.
Many thanks for staying close right here on Nigeria Info 95.1. It's Morning Crossfire with Femi Live. Oh yes, so much to talk about. Are you ready for it? My question is, to hire and to fire, is that the best way to start off? Some say yes. And then I was telling someone yesterday, politics is about bias and not about balance. That was one refreshing argument to have in the evening of where appointments have been released. Some have taken out time to strategize, to look into this and say, wait, family, how many people are from here? How many people are from there? Some others have said, well, it's also the first time that would find a southerner in charge of the controller to become the Controller General of Customs in some sense of it. Some also wondered about, since when did an NSA, for example, come out of the park where he is, most times it's the E, where he is not from the military, but rather from the police or from any other integration, and they wondered about it. There have been analysis back and forth on what was allowed, what is not allowed, what should be talked about, what should not be talked about. In all sense of it, it makes interesting conversation. And we're about to start that right here, right now. Are you ready? Let's get started.
This is Morning Crossfire. Crossfire on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Oh yes, before I do forget, happy birthday to my good uncle. I call him good uncle, Charlie Boy, good friend as well. Yesterday was his birthday. He clocked 72 yesterday, and I'm so happy we still have him. He recovered also from a situation that was very daring. He had cancer, prostate cancer, and he has worked on it. He's been treated, and it seems to be better now than before. And I do wish him quick recovery and much more along the lines of that. All right, but there's some other news that is also of interest as well. There talks about petroleum products importation. Importation meaning coming in. And there's explanation being provided by the government house with regards to, saying Dangote is not part of the 6 companies approved for petroleum products importation. That's according to Farouk Ahmed. Take a listen to this.
This is Morning Crossfire.
3 companies that were issued import permit. The clarification is that, first of all, NNPC has no mandate to issue import permit to any organization or any entity or any company. It is the sole responsibility of Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NNDPRA, to issue import permits for, in this case, premium motor spirit. So the notion that NNPC Limited issued out permit to Dangote Refinery for importation is not true, because they don't have the legal backing to do so. So just to put that clarification in place. Secondly, the notion was that NNDPRA only issued 3 permits to importers, permit to only 3 importers. That is not so either. As of this morning, for the month of July imports, we at least received and cleared 6 companies that have expressed interest and have vessels offshore that they needed to fix for delivery in July. We also have about 22 to 23 other companies that have expressed interest to import. And these applications are coming as we speak now. They keep coming, and we keep evaluating all of the companies. So the good thing is that we also actually have a lot of interest in companies wanting to import premium motor spirit, which means that NNPC's burden will be reduced, because as we get more and more companies coming in, NNPC might decide to also slow down in line with the provision of the law, which FCCPC is that in order to avoid any monopoly, that no company should go more than 40%.
This is Morning Crossfire.
All right, that sets up a little bit of an interesting clarity now. Dangote not part of the 6 companies approved for petroleum products importation. Who knows, that could be revisited as well. There are also talks about President Tinubu moving to prevent vessel withdrawal from Nigerian waters. That's something I also want to touch on very quickly. Take a listen to this provision, or should I say explanation around it.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Oil and gas regulators, NNPC, Federal Land Revenue, and Presidency representing Special Advisor Revenue and Special Advisor Energy. So we have agreed to resolve these issues. And what is the issues? There was demand notice which were issued to the vessel owner or charter, as it were, which is in accordance with the Nigeria tax law, that they should remit the tax due to them for the last 10 years. And there were concerns about the timing of compliance or afraid of the enforcement. So we've now resolved within ourselves to resolve this issue as quickly as possible, just to make sure that we don't affect the flow of the products in and outside of the country. And we also made it clear that Nigeria will not accept any blackmail by defaulter who are not complying with our laws, to make sure that just want to blackmail us. We have the law, and the law must be respected, and the law must be obeyed. However, we will not detain or arrest any defaulting ship or vessels. So because this is what is causing panic, we've sent them demand notice, and then they've also come, and the agreement is that we should give them time. So we've agreed to set up the technical committee to resolve these issues. And the technical committee will comprise of the regulator, which is NUPRC, NMDRA, NNPC, Federal Land Revenue, and the presidency in the office of the Chief of Staff, SA Energy and SA Revenue. And the secretariat will be Federal Inland Revenue.
This is Morning Crossfire.
All right, there. That was pretty much the briefing provided by Zacchaeus Adedeji. He's the special advisor to the president on revenue. It was speaking about, okay, this is how the issues around Nigerian waters and no vessels so far. But that's not even the big story for today, right? The big story would have to be the tendency to hire and to fire. To hire and then fire others. Good move, bad move. Here are many ways I've listened to this argument thus far. Some have argued that, well, it is picking up men based on the fact that he knows their antecedents, he knows where they've worked, he knows a lot of things about their reputation, and is asking them to do the things that needs to be done in order for him to get the job done properly. So, think about it. Who is in the military worthy enough to be put forward into the next stage of how things would go? Well, he's looked their way. He's picked up an Inspector General of Police from the military, from the DIG level, now to act as IG. And then you also find the NSA, Ribadu, who had worked at the AFCC. In fact, controversy still lasts, whether he resigned or was sacked and the likes of that. But a good number of what is consistent is the fact that he was sacked. That's what has remained in the in that position. But Ribadu is a close ally, remained a close ally of President Tinubu even till date, and therefore it will be providing insight. Now, the chief of defense staff is from Southern Kaduna, I presume so, and that's been one area that's also experienced a lot of insecurity. Some say he may have insight into the situation there differently than others, and that he may be more patriotic, especially towards his own ground and in resolving the issues that are there to see and to make a difference at the end of the day. There also talks about the Inspector General of Police. Of course, it was the CSO to, at some point in time, to President Tinubu, and that plays a major role in understanding what he does. So you have the National Security Advisor who's from the Northeast. You have the Chief of Defense Staff who is from the Northwest. You have the Chief of Army Staff from the Southwest. Chief of Naval Staff from the Southeast. You have Chief of Air Staff from the Northwest. You have Chief of Intelligence from the South. You have Inspector General of Police from the Southwest. And somebody is arguing about whether this is balanced or not balanced. And I think this is politics. It's about bias for what you want to get done and how well you can get it done. All right, let's hear from you and what you think. I've got a few minutes before the break, and after the break, we'll still talk more. But let's get your viewpoint on this hire to fire. The MDAs, the boards, the advisors, anybody, anywhere out there with a role that is no more from last night till now. Let's find out from you what is going on with regards to that. So the lines remain 0700951 0000. Okay, if you're with me, let's find out from you. 0700951 0000. And then you can also join in on 080 95974869. You can also take on the WhatsApp line to call in on 080-999-30137. Good morning to you and welcome to the share.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you on.
Chinedu, calling from Guarimpa.
All right, Chinedu.
The power of hiring and firing. That is what is expected in politics. In politics, even not only in politics, in life as a general, the power of hiring and firing exists. But the question is, the people you are firing and the people you are hiring, what is the difference? What are they going to do differently from the people you are hiring? How well do you know the people you are employing? Because you don't know much of the people that you are firing. The people that is coming in, how much do you know?
Oh dear. Score this, stay true to the end. Okay, good morning to you. All right, I'm just going to move on and take some other calls. Let me venture into some of the calls via the WhatsApp line. Good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, what class, Dr. Femi Amele?
Yes, welcome. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm very well. I hope you too.
I hope you're stable today.
Very, 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 very. It was so emotional, you know.
Yes, I knew.
I remember myself of Bakar Ali, aka Tinubu Pekin, calling from PW Kubwa. What class of Femi D? As far as I'm concerned, a leader is not that person that take popular decision or popular opinion. He takes the right decision and use the right opinion. So at this juncture, you cannot expect him to impress everybody and for everybody to like what he has done. But as far as he's concerned, within his consciousness, he knows what he has done is for the best interest of the security of the country. No country can achieve its economic prosperity without security, isn't it? So we are calling on this new crop of service chief to continue with what, especially the Chief of Defense Staff, to continue with what General Irabo has done. You can see the synergy during Irabo. He coordinated all the other people under him. There is this synchronization, harmonization of the intelligence. You know, they do it together. Don't say if civil defense have intelligence, they should not share. Immigration have intelligence. No, we are all in one. We are team. We are all in one team, and the team is secure this country for better investment opportunity, for better economic prosperity.
All right.
We wish them all the best. We wish them all the best, and God bless our country. God bless Nigeria, and for God bless Mr. President. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you for your time. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Yeah. Yes, good morning. All right, welcome. Good to have you on.
Election result. Refuse to upload. Which means election result is not familiar to the server now. Server is familiar to presidential result. automatically, somebody somewhere have made them to be familiar with each other. You understand? Just like you owing somebody, you say your children, if this person comes saying that I'm retired, and you are inside. I go to a positive country. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, sir, for your viewpoint. Okay, let me take one more call before the break. Good morning. Oh, that didn't even stay true. Rebecca from NPC Tower says, good morning, FMD. Retiring or sack, even sending all the service chiefs away is not the solutions to insecurity in Nigeria. FMD, good luck. Jonathan changed service chiefs, yet we are where we are. Buhari came in 8 years along the line. All the service chiefs was changed, yet the Wahala persists. Tinubu is here again with all his own service chiefs. If you're thinking that these service chiefs will put an end to insecurities in Nigeria, you're not realistic, but a big deceiver. No, that's far too fetched. You never could tell. We want solutions, okay? You're saying we're economical with the truth. From the insecurity in Nigeria is a very juicy business enterprise that's beyond. Subsequently, changing of service chiefs will not solve it because they compromise somewhere within the government. I'll be back.
We must not play politics.
Nothing breaks the news like the news. Trust me, I can prove it. I do it every morning on Morning Crossfire from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Nigeria Info 95.1, and I'm Femi D. Amele. Join the biggest conversation around national politics every day in a way that is trustworthy, full of passion, and yes, covers the biggest politics and the stories that matter to you. See, you have all the reasons to find out what's going on in Nigeria and be engaged differently. Let's talk. That's the way to go, even this morning.
Audio Jungle.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
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 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is 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 Nigeria Info.
Figure out what exactly to watch. Sometimes you start to watch for 5 minutes and stop watching and say, no, it's not sweet. Let me look for another movie to watch, you know. But if you hang out with the movie guys on the movie show Sunday at 8 p.m., you'll be able to tell whether it's a good one for you or not. Especially series, you'll be able to also tell whether it's your kind of series or not your kind of series after all. So stay close and watch out for the movie show Sunday 8 p.m. It will happen, okay? Sunday 8 p.m. will be the time for the movie show. So just watch out for it. And much of this promo will play over and over again. It will play over and over again right here on Nigeria for Sunday 8 p.m. The movie show. You would have enjoyed all the way through, right? So hang in there. Should I play it one more time so that you hear it? No, I'll play it towards the end of the program. Let's get back to the politics in the meantime.
The Current Affairs Show provides a new scope to the details of politics.
Actually participated in the governorship election.
Roll out the vaccination in 4 phases.
Let's stay away from the sides of the story and go deeper together. Let's talk weekdays at 8 a.m.
On 95.1 Nigeria Info, Abuja. Let's talk.
The Current Affairs Show.
This is Morning Crossfire.
Okay, so hire, fire, get somebody a new job. Who is getting a new job? Who is coming back? This Bala Usman, brilliant lady. She was full of wonders in the NPA. She even wrote a book about it after she left the NPA. She wrote a book about her experience with politics and resolving all that. But it's just really, really interesting just to follow through on. I'm taking more calls from you. Let's find out who's there next.
I greet you. This is good man from Kubwa.
All right, good morning.
There is no time to waste time. Emily,
Yes.
I agree with you. Please, did I hear you mention Chief of Naval Staff from Southeast?
Yes, it's from Enugu State.
Okay. Because it's important, because carried everybody along will give everybody a sense of belonging. That is what we're talking about. Even though we know that most of them might not perform, they might not perform. For the other people here that you give them a sense of belonging, at least you recognize them, you respect them, you keep them at least. Even though we know that some of them will go there.
Why do you think they will not perform? I'm just curious to know. Why would you want somebody who you think would not perform to still be given the appointment? Do you think this set of people will not perform?
This is a political, whatever in Nigeria. There is no part of the country that cannot perform. So when you decide to sideline some people, it will give them note that they are not qualified.
Austin, let me understand this, because your argument is about they will not perform, but even they are included. And I wonder, these men that you're talking about, some of these men, whether they can or cannot perform is even one thing. But think about it. These men, none of them will be less than 40. They probably have spent 25 years in building their careers as military leaders or as police officers and the likes of that. And now they have an opportunity to perform. You think they will not perform, irrespective of where they come from?
Okay, now let me use my time. I hope you give me that time.
I'm with you.
Let me do. I need to say, let me use this time. Who will be for the less the smell? Who will be for the less smell? Give everybody that opportunity. Yes, definitely. You cannot say that this person will perform, this person will not perform. But give them. They will now from there. We will now know who. You understand? But in the situation that you come and pick some people and allow some list of people, people will see that you really don't want them. Then another thing is that I want to mention before my time goes is I had the chief of. I also heard from the Federation. You see, the way these people mention God, talk sweet talk, and give people hope, and things will get better. But at the end, it will be a business as usual. I'm listening to the Federation. We are waiting for this judgment, this case in court. Because it will end up in the Supreme Court.
All right, Justin.
Yeah.
Well,
and the rest of them.
All right. No, we'll see how it all plays out at the end of the day. But, it's not so much about just being given the portfolios for the purpose of, everything should look fine or should look in a certain way. It's also about making sure that these men and women would perform. I mean, many people don't even question, for example, and I say this with a sense of bias, and I repeat myself, I say it with a sense of bias. I'm a big fan of the NDLEA boss, the DJ. I don't know what chairman or DJ. I'm not too sure what extension of his title is. Buba Marwa. I've been a big fan of his work from the day he was military governor in Lagos State. And so when it takes on the NDLEA, you don't start to wonder whether he is performing or he's performing because he's from certain parts of the country. I don't even know where he's from, to be candid. I mean, need to check up on that. But is questions around whether he's performing, does it come up? How well is he doing what he's doing? He seems to be doing fine, at least by my own standards, which is biased, by the way. He seems to be doing fine at what he's doing, and it leaves room for me to wonder. And by the way, he looks younger than always. He looks really young, looks always young. It doesn't look like he has aged one day from many years ago. Sorry, sir, in case you're listening to me. I've not met him before. I'm just a big fan of his. In terms of the kind of reputation he has built through the years, held it, purposed it, and kept it in the public in a certain way. There are other people who have as well held their positions and have held it properly, irrespective of whether the government today goes or comes, they've been able to say, this is my reputation and I'm not throwing it away. because of this or that. But I'm not saying that not everybody can hold their ground, but at least put out a performance along the lines of your name. Good morning to you.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Good morning. I can't speak French, unfortunately.
It's sunshine.
Welcome, madam.
Yeah. I don't know how I can really be like a correspondent, East African correspondent to the new government. So I can be giving them, some ideas that, made the Paul Kagame's government, very, very wonderful.
I'm sure you find your way to talk to them. I mean, you're somebody who knows people in government well enough, so I'm not sure they will hire you via radio, though.
So what I'm trying to say is that, there are some certain things that, made that government, make Paul Kagame's government very, regal. Not about security there, like I said this severally, that the man doesn't joke about security at all. All the people, in fact, their police, are well paid. If you see the way they work, you'll be very, very surprised. They are very alert. Nothing passes, not even fly passes by that they will not see. At their airport, you see all their custom officers, they don't take bribes. There's nothing we do under the heavens. They will not collect bribe from you. They will do their duties dutifully. So all these are things that, our government needs to learn from Kagame's government. Then talking about, when he talks about all these religious people that they
So, madam, we were focusing on hire and fire. We don't want to go there. Yes.
Okay, let me speak to security then. Then, I really appreciate him bringing in Robadu, because I think at the time he was talking about federal and state police, So that also would be very, very helpful if they can bring a federal and state police to the, to the situation in Nigeria now. At least with that, most of our unemployed youth, can be employed.
All right, madam.
And,
thank you.
Part of the security system.
Thank you for your time. Thank you. All right. Well, interesting point of view. Afsat says Buba Marwa is from Borno State. Oh, I didn't even know that. From the good morning, Buba Marwa, the NDLA boss is from Adamawa State. That is according to land. Afsat says it is from Borno State. Land says it's from Adamawa State. After all, it looks like he's a good Nigerian for him to be from more than one state. Good morning, from the honest speaker. Some people can nag for a living. I mean, if you talk about carrying everyone along, are we all going to look at a particular people from a zone and leave others behind? What we all should be looking at is competence, not zoning of appointment. Paul from Apo writes it in. The more Tinubu makes appointment, the more Buhari and his past government are exposed and disgraced. I love this appointment and I wish him well. And anybody that think that they will not perform doesn't wish Nigeria well. But you'll be ashamed because they will perform well. Williamson Associate writes that in. Interesting point of view. I also think they will perform. I'm pushing, or should I say, I'm advocating for them to perform because it will make a lot of sense if they are able to put up some good work at the end of the day. We shouldn't be still struggling with trial by error by trial. I don't know which one it is, but it's just sad that we have that. Okay, another person, Dyer from Lugbe, saying Buba Marwa is from Adamawa State. Hey, okay, let me just check up. Let me see where the last time there was talks about him. But I think it's from Adamawa State. My personal thinking. Let me just check. I think it's from Adamawa State. He was former governor of Lagos State. Is now the chairman of the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Where is he from? Okay, so at some point he served. He worked in Borno State. Let me see. Well, where is he from? See, this is what happens when you do good work. Nobody even knows where you're from. Nobody even cares to know where you're from. He was born in Kaduna State, okay, according to much of what you find on his Wikipedia. Born in Kaduna State, but where is he from? So if you do well, nobody will care where you're from. Everybody will just cheer around your level of performance and how well you're doing what you're doing. So, and I think that's something we should long for more than ever before. Good morning to you.
Femi D.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning, Femi D. Since I'm a regular caller on Nigeria Info, but this is the first time I'm talking with you. Nice to meet you, Femi.
Nice to meet you too. What's your name, sir?
This is Victor Iwuzi Ochomo Kudia.
Okay.
Calling you from Kubwa.
All right, sir.
Yes. Let me quickly address. One of our brothers there said whether they didn't perform or not. I think look at where he's driving at. That some particular administration will say, "Hey, I want to pick those who will perform." So he's trying to let us know that there is no region that you will not see who will perform. You understand where he's going to? There is no region in Nigeria that you will not get somebody who will perform excellently well. So, let for equity, you should go to every, more especially the three. I'm not disrespecting other tribes anyway, but the three major tribes, you give them one first, for peace to reign. Then there is no tribe in Nigeria that you will not see an eminently qualified individual, whether military or anywhere, to serve this country. So some of those leaders who tell us that we pick competent people, it's just making mockery of.
But do you know there's an argument? Let me put this to you. There's something that I want you to draw people's attention to, which would observe. By the way, do you know that with these men taking all, this set of service chiefs, anybody higher than them in ranking is likely going to be retired now. You know that, right?
Yes.
You know that.
Yes.
It also means that if peradventure in a year or 5 years, let's say we don't have people from a certain region going into the army at that period, and then time to become general, somebody or in charge of something, and all that happens is there's nobody from that region at that particular period when they signed up for those roles. That means that there's little or no choice to make from. You know that's also possible.
Yes, I understand for that perspective, Femi D. Like, let me talk for my own tribe now.
Yeah.
We don't have so much people in that aspect. But for equity, if you check all the military, the main military, if you see that the rank and fight, it will be very far to find maybe an Igbo man. Then you give the person IG. You understand that kind of thing? Yes, you give the tribe IG. You must see a senior police officer who is from there.
So what do you do with all the others? What if it's not been a DIG or AIG? What do you do with all the others? You don't. This. Yes.
I know. I said from military. If you didn't see military, you must see in police. Yeah, that is just it.
So, well, at the end of the day, politics is about bias. It's never about balance. At the end of the day, you want somebody that will do stuff. Thanks, my brother. I've got to step away so that I could talk to the team from Greymont Shelters. I'm grateful to you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right, stay with us. It's time to speak to the ladies. The lady now.
This is the sponsor.
This is Nigeria